Hi, it's Monday night, the 23rd of November, and day 327 of my journey to business alignment. And I'm keeping on as I'm living the dream. How about you? Like most Mondays, I have a power statement that says this: I'm going to keep doing the tasks I have on my Ontraport task list, while Ontraport and Fahad work on their tasks that have to get done before I can finish integrating the membership system into my website so that it works perfectly. This morning I found out that Fahad hadn't yet gotten to the member task, login task, but said that he would work on it in the morning, which is at my evening time right about now. I'm going to bed and he's going to work on it through the night, which is his daytime. So he's going to get that done by tomorrow morning when I wake up, at least I hope. Ontraport hadn't sent any reply emails yet about those two simple tasks, so I know they're working on them. I'll hear from them hopefully by tomorrow. Anyway, here's my to-do list for Monday. You can see it right there. Bam! Got them done. My most important task today was to go through the Ontraport list of to-dos that I've been working on the side while things are in limbo with Fahad and Ontraport. My fun task today was to work on designing an Order Step Lessons Here button. Order your step lessons here button for the private pages, so that when people log in to their member login and they come into the private pages, they'll see a link where they can order the step lessons on each of those important pages. And my exciting task for today was to get caught up with everything that has piled up just a little bit over the last week or so that I can get right after doing the product step lesson order forms for when people click on the step lesson sales pages. There's 13 of them. When they click on one, it lands on that order form. I've got to get those order forms now, but I've got the template all done, so I'm excited about that. I was able to get caught up today while I wait on Fahad and Ontraport. I look forward to tomorrow in hopes that the member login page will be finished and I won't have to worry about that anymore, and then I can test it again to see that it all works perfectly. Now, let's go through my end of the day success routine questions. Get honest with yourself, Marty. What didn't go well today? Or what could you have done better today? Did you wake up early and start strong? Check. Did you start your morning with power? Check. Were you productive throughout your day? Check. Did you get the most important things done? Did you move your goals forward? Yes. Peace is into the portal of my mind. Through actions on the task, they're now manifest in the world of the physical, piece after piece after piece after piece. That's the law of attraction manifestation that I'm familiar with. Did you show up as the person you wanted to show up today, your best self? Yes. What about your personal time with Kathleen? Had a wonderful Monday night. Were you present for her? Yes, and she was present for me. Next, my end of the day success routine accountability question says, were you honest with yourself about today's task, Marty? In other words, did you keep your promises that you made this morning to yourself? Well, I promised myself this morning that I would take out my list of to-dos and work on the top priority task and keep on checking them off as I finish one after another, and that's what I worked on today. So, bam, done, yes. The next question is, what movies did you watch during your mindfulness time today, Marty? Did you make time for them? And were there any new movies, any new instant replay movies that were called up onto the screen of your mind? Well, I watched my must-see TV favorite 5 movies as usual, and I watched a short instant replay movie of my member login working just like it's supposed to. I did that test in my mind and saw those things come to my inbox and the password and all that. So that, of course, is imagining that Fahad got it done as though it's already working in the world of the physical right now. And I love doing that. My next question says, what's the one thing that would make all the difference going forward? What's the one thing that I can do better tomorrow? Even if the day goes sideways getting it done, I'd still feel like I accomplished something great. Well, again, the one thing that I can do better to improve each day going forward, what can I do better? Is to keep doing the task I have on my Ontraport task list that still needs to get done. Focus, 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 while I'm waiting on Ontraport and Fahad to finish their 2 tasks. Once they're both done, I can jump back in and finish integrating the system, and I want it to work perfectly. I had my power statement for today, modified and then set it up for tomorrow. It's going to say this: I'm going to keep doing the tasks I have on my Ontraport task list while Ontraport and Fahad work on their tasks that have to get done before I can finish integrating the system. And that's what Fahad's working on. And by tomorrow morning, I know he'll have it done. The next question of my end of the day success routine is to ask myself, were there any mistakes or failures that you might have made today, Marty, that you can turn into a tool of success and add to your success toolbox? Well, for a Monday, which usually has quite a bit of things piled up of those to-dos, like I said, I stayed focused and I tried hard not to make any mistakes, and I didn't. I didn't fail today either, mainly because I didn't set myself to fail by asking too much of myself. and get walking, running too fast and flip and trip. The next question is, what was your biggest success today, Marty? In other words, what did you do well today? What can I do better? What did you do well? Well, my biggest success today that I felt like I did well was connecting with Fahad and giving him a short Zoom video explaining to him exactly what I'm needing him to get done and to make sure he connects with the Ontoport chat person so that he gets exactly what he needs to get that done. And I'm confident that he will, and I look forward tomorrow morning to finding out he got it done. Anyway, my next end of the day success routine question asked me to rate my day's effort. I decided to give today a 9, and that's because I worked at the speed of 9 for the entire day. Didn't make any mistakes, didn't quite get to the 10. Okay, I want to end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle that is hidden in the question that asks, what have you learned today? This principle says that we shouldn't go to bed until we have asked ourselves this question and that we have a quality answer that has real value. This will constantly stimulate our minds and create a strong desire in us to learn new things. How can I use this? What's great about this? Are two great questions we should be asking ourselves before we go to bed. They help us take on the challenge and turn it into a benefit for ourselves and for others. These principles lead to the next thing that I'm grateful for, the law of destiny, which simply says, fate is the life you lead if you never put yourself in the path of greatness. In other words, it's the direction your life takes without any effort or on your part. Course of least resistance. No effort to fight the current, as it were. Destiny, on the other hand, is your potential waiting to happen. The principles making up the law of destiny determines what forces are going to influence our lives and ensure that we encounter the life experiences that will provide for our development. Destiny is essentially a series of opportunities that enable us to achieve the life we desire due to the right thinking that creates the right feelings, that creates the right actions, and result in the right results that is literally our destiny. Some of the most important questions we ask ourselves can be, what is my life really about? What am I really committed to? Why am I here and who am I? But if we wait until we get the perfect answers to these questions, we're going to be in deep trouble. At some point, after all the thinking, all the question asking, we've got to stop evaluating and stop asking these questions and start getting after it. Start doing, start acting. Next, I'm grateful for Jonathan Safran Foer, who said, I think and think and think. I've thought myself out of happiness 1,000,000 times, but never once have I thought myself into it. Take a leap of faith and finally decide what's important to you, at least in the moment, and then use the power of the plus factor that's within you to follow through and begin to change the quality of your life, and do it now. That's a good place to stop. I'll be right back here tomorrow night at my laptop, but until then, I wish you continued success. Good night.